Damon Imani is a political and social commentator. He expressed some interesting sentiments that should inspire us to be better thinkers. And while it may not look like it at first, I'm going to tell you why this should matter to us as Christians.
It angers me when people are like, this woke stuff, it's got to go. That's telling me that you don't care about my lived experience. You don't care about the oppression of the LGBTQ community. You don't care about the oppression of the disabled. You don't care about the oppression of immigrants. You don't care about your fellow neighbor. And that is ungodly. That is not Christian. So.
Well, yeah, but you know what the most ironic thing is? They don't care about it, and they don't care about it while wearing big fat crosses around their necks.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
Wait, I gotta step in here. Sonny, about your lived experience. You're doing better than over 99% of the country. You're not oppressed. And no one is oppressing the disabled. They are oppressed by their disability. And with LGBT, well, taking over every corporation, running the culture with an entire month in your name, and turning every criticism into a hate crime is not exactly oppression. It's called a privilege that others do not have. And with immigrants, I'm an immigrant. I am not oppressed, Sonny. I have the same opportunities as everyone else. And I'm absolutely offended by condescending liberals like you telling me that I am a victim and that I'm oppressed. And all of this cuts right into the core of your wokeness, trading righteousness and virtue signaling to look good while shutting down everyone who doesn't bow to your narrative. Like calling Christians ungodly for not being woke. By the way, try saying that to Muslims who are not woke either, and you will quickly realize just how kind Christians have been to you.
So, Sunny Hostin on The View isn't exactly known for her objectivity. She's an ultra-progressive, fringe-left commentator. In general, members of The View distort their opposition and cast them in the worst possible light. Sunny is arguably the worst about doing this. The guest featured in this video is Damon Imani. He doesn't make his personal or religious views very clear. I checked around, and if I had to guess, I'd say he's someone who leans conservative and seems to be respectful of Christianity. But he makes some good points in his response to the ladies of The View, who just did a lot of virtue signaling and who typically rely on personal anecdotes and emotional appeals rather than facts. Unfortunately, this is the world that we live in, and we all have to be so very careful to think, discuss, and debate using facts with precision when we speak. Jesus, Paul, the apostles, and the biblical writers in general all relied on objective data. Rarely do you ever hear biblical writers saying things like, I think or I feel. Luke appealed to eyewitness testimony. John did too. So did the Apostle Peter. Paul tells his readers where they can get eyewitness testimony also. And elsewhere, Paul pointed out that things that he talked about were common knowledge. Both Paul and John tell believers to test what they hear to make sure that it's the truth. The Bible stresses the importance of using evidence when making claims about the Christian faith, because facts really matter. We only get a little slice of time for the life that we live in this world. That makes it indescribably precious. If we really want our world to be the best place that it can be for everyone who lives here, for us and for the people who will come after us, we need to do it as objectively as possible. Facts really matter, and so does how we use them.